Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
This is Shayna Baszler, and you're watching Going In Raw.
This is the knockout artist, Cassius Ohno, and you're Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steven Larson and available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the little notify bell next to it to make sure you're always real. All right, man, let's just get into it, Larson.
What do you gotta say, Finn?
Real. Oh, heel turn Finn Balor dropped Johnny Gargano with maybe the most beautiful Pele kick I've ever seen from him.
Can you do something that's not cool? So he's like, I'm going to fight Undisputed Era here. I'll just casually take off my jacket. It's barely off my shoulders. I'll just stick my foot back and kick Johnny Gargano square in the rush. And then drop kick him through a barricade.
That shotgun drop kick. I just wish they had dressed up those NXT fans. If you're listening to us in the audio realm, I had my air quotation
They needed
marks
some
up.
blood packets, so when the barricade hit them, just blood squirted everywhere. Have some with a fake arm.
Some squibs.
Some squibs, a fake arm, and they drop the arm down.
One guy has the throw up tube, starts throwing up everywhere. Oh, man.
And then drop Gargano.
Is our audio on right now? I want to just
be.
make sure here.
Yeah, there's audio
good.
happening, yeah.
Cody Miles says, is the audio off for anyone else? That's just you, Cody.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It was absolutely
It was amazing.
It was terrific. Oh, I loved it. And I got I tried my best. You know me, I have a really hard time, even if I, consciously decide, hey, stay off Twitter, because I don't want NXT spoiled for me.
Yeah.
And I saw like one picture on Instagram that somebody posted of the Undisputed Era beating up Ciampa while Finn Balor just sort of looked off in a different direction, not being affected at all, like he was some sort of ghost or something. And I was like, oh, man, is something really cool happening with this? What's going on? And so I had it in my head. He's probably going to turn. It's probably gonna... And then I saw somebody else say something about gun fingers, and I was like, okay, man. So we got a lot last night.
We didn't get this, but I don't think we're gonna get that.
If he would have grabbed his shirt and done this, that's probably not gonna happen.
Probably not gonna happen.
But this was still pretty cool. The double gun fingers. Let's just get right into it. Where is this gonna go? Is he gonna be
It's not gonna be Bullet Club founder Prince Devitt. I don't think they're gonna let him go that far.
This is gonna be like a cooler, like a Fonzie type bad guy, right?
Fonzie was never a bad guy, was he?
Well, Fonzie type bad guy. Like a cool guy. When I say Fonzie, I just mean like a guy who's cool and calm and collected.
So Finn Balor, you mean a bad? You're essentially saying we're gonna get main roster Finn Balor, but a bad guy now.
Yeah. Well, no, none of the smiling.
No,
none of the smiling.
Unless it's a menacing smile.
So what we saw, the small sample size we saw last night was him in more snake-like form. Not Snake Man Orton, but you notice like after he did the Pele kick, he sort of like leaned back
Yeah.
So
it was more of a Kevin Owens thing, where Kevin Owens goes into this trance-like state when he does something that's really awful, like he disassociates himself completely from the actions he's actually doing.
I figured it out. Anton Chigurh, Chris Jericho, when he was slow talking, that kind of like everything's very deliberate and slow, except when he springs into action, then it's going to be frenetic.
Maybe. I mean, we're not going to get, like I was about to say, we're not going to get Prince Devitt. We're not going to get Madman. I don't think.
I want that. I
totally want that. If he really is going to say that my past will be my future, then I feel like you got to go at least.
You got to go 50%.
Yeah, to that well.
So the bigger question then is, he's obviously a bad guy. Yeah. Is he going to officially join Undisputed Era? There was some recognition there.
No, I don't think so.
So what's his relationship going to be like with them? What's his beef with Johnny Gargano?
I don't think. Well, I'm guessing his beef with Johnny is going to be, hey, you're coming out. You're saying you're Mr. NXT. You're NXT for life. NXT wouldn't be NXT without me. Mm-hmm. I'm the longest reigning champion. I was the face of this promotion for the longest time. Mm-hmm. Still, you can make the case that it's still the greatest champion in NXT's history. Don't you go around saying you're Mr. NXT. The real NXT is right here, not right there.
In storyline, then, in the universe, logically speaking, if Johnny Gargano hadn't come out to help out his DIY former tag team partner mate guy, would Finn have even come out in the first place?
Probably
Was
not.
this him making a statement, or was it him specifically targeting John Gargano?
It could be both, I think.
Yeah.
He made a statement via Pele kick to Johnny Gargano's head.
Yeah.
So-
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Everybody popped. It was hilarious just how awkwardly quiet, Full Sail, you saw the gamut of emotions. Shock, anger, and stunned silence.
Yep.
You saw it all. By the time he was up at the top of the ramp and he was doing the double gun fingers at Johnny Gargano, nobody was. There was like one lady who said, "Go to hell."
I know.
Otherwise,
that
people.
video you pull over that kid that wanted to get after.
Yeah, there was that kid who wanted to attack him. Man, betrayed. That was awesome.
It was pretty cool.
Oh, it was so good. So I mean, I don't know, man. The fact that shirt said "real," the fact that he did the gun fingers, maybe we'll get the Prince Devitt.
I don't
We
know.
can
One
hope.
could hope. One could hope.
We can hope, right?
Yeah, one can hope.
The little brief moment of recognition between him and Adam Cole, I thought was very exciting too.
Yeah.
When they were both in the ring together, and they were both kind of I was like, are they going to throw up a too sweet or something? What's going on there?
No, I think I read that as Adam Cole, like, not exactly sure what to make of the situation.
Like understanding, I think at that point that they were fine though. That
he wasn't in danger.
Yeah.
That he wasn't going to get Pele kicked in the head.
Yeah. He was like, man, I'm bad, but you might be worse. That's how I kind of read it. Like,
Yeah, I know.
I'm a mean guy, but
wow,
that look in your eyes is kind of freaking me out right
Pele
now.
kicked Johnny Gargano unsuspectingly
Like,
right
I know,
square in the dome.
I was Bullet Club, but I was kind of goofy Bullet Club. Remember that New Japan match with him and Kenny? I think they were tagging.
Oh, that was great. Against the Briscoes, I think.
It was relentlessly Adam Cole just yelling "Bebe" at every
It was
opportunity.
amazing. That's when I became an Adam Cole fan.
When was that? When was that match?
That
at?
was Honor Rising, I believe, the first Honor Rising after Kenny's first Okada match, because he re-signed. That was his return. That was his return match.
Yeah.
That was his first match back after his Wrestle Kingdom Okada match.
Boy, that was funny.
Oh, it was amazing.
That was good stuff. So yeah, that shocked everybody. The ratings are in also.
Here, let's. I guess we can talk about that a little bit, but we should save that for Who Won Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Within the context of NXT, we can talk about it a little bit though.
All right, fair enough.
They dropped 14,000 viewers, not much at all. They're up against stiff competition, not just from AEW,
World
but
Series Game 2.
and opening night of the NBA.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're settling into, I would think, this is my guess, this Finn Balor thing might boost them up back to over 700,000 next week. I mean, this is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody was talking about it. On top of that, it was punctuated by match of the night, I think, easily. I mean, and that's saying something because AEW had some spectacular matches.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm diving into
Who Won Wednesday territory.
I'm not going to do that. But that main event was absolutely stellar. Oh my, that was the most takeover match we've seen. Oh, there's our ant friend.
Oh,
he's on the light
now.
right there. Don't go too close to the light, man.
Did you destroy our internet, Ant? Because our internet is down currently.
You did? Wait, it is?
Yeah.
We died?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What a drag.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in any event, we have a show to continue to do.
Yeah, we'll keep on keeping on.
We'll keep on.
See if this comes back up or not.
So yeah, they didn't drop that bad in the ratings. I mean, it was still a drop, but I do kind of feel. Well, we'll get that later. Yeah, no, I thought that main event was spectacular. I did think there was one. I don't know, man. I'm
Here,
sorry.
go ahead. I know what you're gonna say.
I'm sorry to say this. I don't care about Breezeango, and I don't care one bit about the Forgotten Sons. Mm-hmm. I just don't. Breezango honestly looks like a couple of chumps at this point. Like Johnny Curtis. I mean, I hopefully it makes him healthier, but he's dropped weight.
Yeah,
he
no.
just looks like a normal guy now.
Well, he looks like a really jacked normal guy.
He's not as much as he used to be, man. I mean, he's cut.
Yeah.
But jacked is like.
Yeah.
He's not jacked. He used to be jacked.
You remember he's pretty tall too. So
He's a tall guy. But I don't care about them. I think Isaiah Scott is terrific.
Oh, he's fantastic.
He needs to grizzle up his look a little bit, though. He still looks like indie wrestler. But in terms of his performance, oh, my God.
Oh, he's amazing.
He is spectacular. I loved Matt Riddle and the Goldberg connection.
That was great.
That was awesome. I got to get your notes up here.
If you can, yeah. It's not going to happen through your laptop because the internet's down.
That's crazy. That's weird. Let's see if Friendoville 2.4 is working. So anyways, let me get the notes up here. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm not going to have notes. I'll have notes on my phone.
There you go.
This is what happens when internet happens.
Well, internet doesn't happen.
That's right.
The show kicked off with a hell of a match between Rhea Ripley and Bianca Bel-Air. This was a ton of fun.
Boy, that was a terrific match.
So
they are pushing the crap out of Rhea Ripley.
Yeah,
man.
they are.
It would not surprise me. I mean, I don't know. I've said this a million times, but it really wouldn't surprise me if she was the next in line for that Shayna Baszler.
Or match or title.
Well, the actual title, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
It's just interesting. They're kind of pushing her as. I mean, she was like.
Oh, she's a super face.
Yeah, no, but in NXT UK, she was super heel.
Yeah, no kidding.
But yeah, in NXT, she's super face. So match, the whole kind of story of the match is who was stronger. Mm-hmm. Commentary is pushing that narrative of strength versus strength throughout the match. The first 30 seconds or so was test of strength. One which Bianca Bel-Air kind of gets the advantage in the end. She hits a spear in the corner, goes for another, instead eats a giant boot from Rhea Ripley. They each go for a suplex on the other. Rhea's the one that finally hits it, but not too long after that, Bianca Bel-Air hits one, too.
Hop on Streamlabs just really quick. I want to see something.
Okay.
We're still recording. Okay, cool.
Yes, we're still recording.
All
I checked that already.
All right.
Later on, Bianca puts Rhea in a abdominal stretch. Rhea escapes, hits the Beal. She goes for another. Then Bianca just like flips out of it, lands on her feet, and then they both run towards each other, grab the head, face plant each other. So they're selling that.
Yeah.
During the picture-in-picture commercial break, Bianca's in control. Rhea makes a comeback after Bianca's punching on Rhea in the corner. Ref pulls her off. She gives Bianca a boot and then another boot while Bianca's in midair, doing some sort of jumping thing. Rhea puts Bianca in the reverse cloverleaf. Bianca gets to the ropes. And then Bianca rolls out of the ring. Rhea, I don't think I've seen her do this before, hits that somersault senton off the apron.
I've never seen that.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
So Rhea's about to get back in the ring, and out of nowhere, and Io Shirai, she does a 619 between the bottom rope and the apron, kicks Rhea in the face, but the ref doesn't see it. So Rhea eventually gets back in the ring. Bel-Air hits her with a spear, only gets a 2. So Io hops on the apron. Candice LeRae runs out, pulls her off. Bang! Face hits the apron.
The cell was great too. The cell was great because it was like Io is like the perfect mix of cartoonish villain and sinister villain because her cell for that was almost cartoonish.
Well, she falls, hits her face on the apron, and then she bends at the knees, of course, and falls backwards with her lower leg trapped.
Yeah.
Like she just gets folded backwards.
Oh, it's great.
It's great.
Yeah.
And then Rhea Ripley reverses that double chicken wing face buster thing that Bianca does into Riptide to get the win.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. That's a big deal for Rhea Ripley. She won even in the face of interference.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal. And she was kicking out of some big time Bianca Belair moves, man. I thought it was really, really good. And they obviously see a lot in Rhea Ripley. They should. She's terrific in every aspect of the game.
She's going to be a huge star.
Her little Pete Dunne mannerisms kill me. There was one point where I forget what she had done to Bianca Belair, but she looked down and she did the Pete Dunne shrug.
I know.
It's so terrific.
She's got the scowl down.
They basically look like they're family.
Pretty much.
Let's see here. After that, we had
Pete Dunne, speaking of which, he and Tyler Bate arrive at Full Sail.
Yeah, I had Alabama was all in my business. And they mumble so poor. Like, Bama was bugging me, but I could hear clearly what Kathy Kelly was saying. And then as soon as she put the mic on either of those guys, I mean, they're good. Their good mic guy was in the UK.
The audio, especially for the beginning of the segment, was super low.
It was
super low.
Yeah.
So even if it was like I did crank my TV up and my room was quiet. So I didn't really get basically what they were talking about. She was asking Pete Dunne, Damian Priest, how you going to deal with that? Pete Dunne said, well, he did what he had to do to win. I kind of appreciate that. Nonetheless, I hope to get one up on him. She asked him about Killian Dane.
So they didn't care about Killian Dane.
Yeah, I don't care about Killian Dane.
We're
going to go inside.
And the little dude from Dudley's just there. Looking like $1 million.
I know. Next, we had a really cool Tommaso Ciampa video package. Really well put together.
Cool. Yeah, it was great.
And that leads us to Matthew Riddle taking on Trevor Lee. I mean, Cameron Grimes.
Cameron Grimes, man. He's got a hat, which makes him Cameron Grimes.
I guess so.
This is a
hell of a match, though.
This was man. Matt Riddle can do no wrong. Seriously, are they him doing the jackhammer? The crowd getting into the Goldberg thing. Is Goldberg in on this, man? Is he in on this?
Did he seem like he was in on it with?
Maybe, could be.
I don't know. I feel like he's that good of an actor. He seemed genuinely annoyed.
He's done some roles. Here's
the thing, though. Here's the thing.
He was never a good promo guy either. And he is now.
He got better, yeah. Here's the thing. I don't think him being annoyed and him being in are mutually exclusive things, though. If Goldberg sees this is an opportunity to make some money and have an interesting program, he might deal with the annoyance that he sees in Matt Riddle.
Maybe. That could be.
I mean, I don't even think Goldberg even has to be in it. If Matt Riddle wants to further the program on his own, he's going to do that. Unless someone tells him no, and I don't think anybody's going to tell him no.
And WWE, they never seem to be, and maybe it's a right-hand, left-hand thing. I don't know. They have not in any way shied away from this. They have, in fact, promoted the opposite.
Promoted it.
I mean, why were there cameras there in the first place for their, because
they knew something awkward was going to happen.
For their confrontation, which obviously was, I'm not going to say set up necessarily, but somebody damn well set that up.
It wasn't staged, but it was probably set up.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, come here. Come with me. Bro, okay.
I want to know. Oh, no. I want to know where that comes from. Like, somebody had to make the decision, and somebody had to run that by somebody else, probably Triple H.
Oh, I'm sure Triple H is all about it.
So, anyways, we saw that. We saw a jackhammer in this match. Awesome. The crowd chanting, Riddle. And then he even, at the end of the match, he gave a Goldberg scowl into the camera and did this. With the finger jutting up thing. Oh, man.
Like a check, huh?
Bret Hart is rolling over in his grave, man.
Oh, he's still with us, man.
Anyways, why don't you talk us through this?
Sure.
match?
So as soon as bell ring, Cameron Grimes immediately goes for his finish. Riddle ducks under, avoids. And then we get a good stretch of good, solid technical wrestling. Of course, Matt Riddle, decorated amateur wrestler. He defeated John Jones, in case you weren't aware of that, in an amateur wrestling contest.
Yeah, I hadn't known that until they told us last night. I did
really?
Not
They
know
said that at least 3 times that I could think of.
I really don't pay attention.
So early on, Riddle goes for the bro mission. Cameron Grimes escapes, but he happens to escape right into a cross arm breaker attempt from Riddle. Cameron escapes that too, and shortly after that, Riddle hit that jackhammer. Only got 2 though.
Yeah, he needs to work on that jackhammer. That thing destroyed everybody.
I mean, his jackhammer looked great. When he landed, he put all his body weight.
Is the jackhammer effectiveness?
No, it's powered up. It's powered up based on who is delivering it.
Or is the spear a prerequisite for getting a 3 with the jackhammer? Maybe it's because he didn't deliver the spear.
It could be the spear knocks out the wind, and then you follow the jackhammer that really knocks all the wind out. They literally can't breathe for a good 25 minutes,
or at least 3 seconds.
After that, Riddle goes for another cross arm breaker. Grimes rolls him up. Riddle kicks out, unleashes some kicks to Grimes. Grimes grabs the last one, rolls him up. Riddle kicks out, and then Grimes hit this great, like he flipped over Matt Riddle, not like what Chad Gable does, but somehow like flipped over him into a German suplex. It was great.
Yeah.
We come back from commercial. Riddle hits Bro to sleep. German suplex gets a 2 count. Grimes is on the mat, hits Riddle with an up kick. That was great. Riddle responds with a vicious penalty kick. PK. Riddle goes up top for his corkscrew senton thing. Cameron Grimes catches it, reverses it into Uranagi. Oh, sorry, no. Going for a Broton. Sorry. Not Broton. Brostone. Sorry. Later on, Riddle goes for the corkscrew senton. Grimes gets his knees up. They trade some blows, and then Grimes hits that moonsault shooting star press power slam thing he does. It's fantastic.
Like that. Yeah.
Grimes goes for his finish again. Riddle catches him into a power bomb, hits power bomb, V trigger, Bro Stone. Oh, they call it the Bro Derek for the win.
Yeah.
And so Riddle does the grimace, the check. The Bro Derek just seems like a really dated reference. You think that's Triple H's idea? You should call it the Bro Derek.
It's even dated for him.
I think so.
It's even dated.
It's a pretty dated reference.
Yeah. I mean, Bo Derek is that model who was on all the posters, right?
Well, you thinking of her or Farrah Fawcett?
Oh, I'm thinking of Farrah Fawcett.
I mean, Bo Derek is roughly the same.
That's
time
around.
period.
Yeah, it's a little bit after
that Ted movie with Dudley Moore.
Yeah.
That
That's still really dated.
Yeah, it's like late 70s,
Triple H
early
is
80s.
not that much. I mean, what is he, 49, 47?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we know who Bo Derek is.
Or did Triple H turn 50?
He might be pushing 50 if he's not 50.
Whose big birthday party was that we were talking about?
Oh, that was Triple H's.
That
That
had
Vince,
to-
that Vince was throwing axes.
Probably his 50th.
Could be,
Because that
could
was
be.
a big to-do.
Yeah. So they're ringside. Cameron Grimes is. Before the match, Riddle gives a fist bump to Tyler Bate, who's sitting next to Matt Riddle's family.
Yeah, he's sitting ringside there. He's just soaking in the
Yeah,
fun
he's having
there.
a good time. Maybe he bought a ticket. Whatever. Pete Dunne comped him a ticket. He is a ticket-holding patron.
Yeah, I assume, Pete Dunne said, hey, here's your comp.
You're my +1 for this show.
Right,
Yes.
exactly. And he's right now sort of in between UK and...
Yeah, we'll get to that more later.
Fine,
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
And so Cameron Grimes is selling the effects of the Bro Derek down by the barricade, by where Tyler Bate is. So Matt Riddle goes down. Cameron Grimes offers him a fist bump. Cameron Grimes pushes it away. No,
Yeah, no way.
So Riddle fist bumps Tyler Bate
Who's
again.
all about it.
Oh, he's having a
He's
great
having a
time.
blast.
Yeah, an absolute blast. So so Bate was like, why aren't you fist bumping him?
Yeah, Matt Riddle gets out of the way.
Yeah, and then Grimes pushes Tyler Bate. He goes and gets his hat off the ring post, comes back, and Tyler Bate does the boom and bop
The
thing.
boom and bop, yeah.
Flattens Grimes.
I loved
One
it.
punch.
I marked out so hard for that. I love Tyler Bate. I just think he's so great.
He's so low key.
He is. That's what's great about it. And he just, yeah. I love that guy.
He's great. Next, we got a Dominik Dijakovic promo saying that he promised his family he was going to be North American champion.
What did you think of the framing of these?
This one was weird because it was almost profile.
Yeah, it was like mid between 3/4 and profile.
Yeah.
They did this for him, for Keith Lee, and for Roderick Strong.
Keith Lee wasn't almost profile though. That was more straight ahead because he was sitting.
These were all kind of the same. These were all framed. I'm pretty sure they just did it one by one and had the same camera
I
angle.
remember Keith Lee's or Roddy's being such a dramatic shot.
Look, I just remember I didn't like him that much.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I think that here's the thing, and I sort of noted this last week with NXT. They need less negative space, and that just means darkness. They're at Full Sail for now.
Yeah.
And you've got 400 people in there, but then when any camera shot that's down low, which is a lot of camera shots, you can see a lot of darkness. And they try to fill it with the spotlights and whatever, but you got a lot of darkness. So then you do these picture-in-picture, not picture-picture. There's like a picture of so for Keith Lee's, I remember, there was like an inset of him getting ready, and then, which I guess maybe he was supposed to be live, and then another shot on the same screen of him talking, and you hear his promo. But he's just completely surrounded by darkness otherwise. Stylistically, it's a choice to make, and they went with it. I'm not sure if they're going to go with it again.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of it because it's just more negative space.
Yeah.
I like, WWE has done plenty of them where, like the Mustafa Ali ones, where it's just a really good DSLR. You got some depth of frame, depth of field,
and you got a really good performance.
And you get, yeah, exactly. And all three of these guys are capable of doing something a lot more dynamic with, a camera in front of you instead of a camera like right here.
Yeah.
I wasn't into it. The promos themselves were fine, but even those felt a little stilted because
they felt
of
kind of cookie cutter.
And they did, yeah. Dominik Dijakovic was talking about how he needs to feed his family. He came to NXT because he wanted a championship, and he was going to bring that home, and that's how you're going to feed your family, with the championship.
Roderick Strong says something like, the prophecy doesn't just mean us getting all the gold. We're going to have it for a time, too. And then Keith Lee was like, I don't know, for someone who's so magnetic and charismatic, it just seemed like it was very cookie cutter thing.
I'm telling you, it had to have been the staging. It was so staged. Wasn't into it.
Yeah, it wasn't NXT's finest hour.
No.
I'll give NXT credit, though. They are not afraid to mix up with the presentation of the show.
They're still figuring it out. Same as
Totally.
AEW. They're still all figuring it out. And I think that's fine.
I guess, while it might not have worked, credit to trying something different.
Once they go on the road, it'll be very interesting to see what NXT is going to look like. I'm really interested in. I mean, we kind of have an idea with takeovers, but I'm kind of interested to see if they mix it up even more.
Mm-hmm. Next, 6-man tag match. Breezeango channeling their inner Maverick and Goose.
Yeah, dude. I'm not into the whole YMCA thing, dude.
They're a comedy act, man.
I'm not into it.
Taking on the Forgotten Sons. They have a mystery partner. What?
They had that terrific Fandango vignette ages ago when he was still injured.
Yeah.
Talking about seemingly real, like, it was a shoot. Talking about how he's done the comedy stuff and he's interested in doing serious stuff. And what were we saying when we found out he was coming back to NXT? We were like, okay, cool. Maybe they'll straighten him up a little bit and get him a bit more serious.
Well, maybe that's coming. Maybe the Breezeango's got to face some adversity and
dude, it's
and
going in
breaks.
the wrong direction.
Give it time. Anyway, this match was fine enough, but yeah, it's like people. I like Breezeango. I think they're entertaining. Isaiah Scott's great. I don't think anybody really cares about the Forgotten Sons.
I think that for me, it's like there's two. Look, Breezango, they're not gonna give you. I feel bad because I like them. I think number one, got to interview them. They're terrific people.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic.
They're awesome.
Tons of fun. Super charismatic.
And they are so charismatic. It's just I don't know what. Like it feels like a waste of time. It just feels.
No,
like
I
a waste
understand
of
that.
time.
It feels like a waste of their talents.
But this, I did notice, did feel a bit more like a showcase for Isaiah Scott.
Oh, totally.
And so in that regards, I was okay with it. But yeah, I kind of didn't care.
I agree with you. Like 95% of Fandango or Johnny Curtis needs to not do the comedy stuff. Man, he starts grinding those hips.
He's really funny. I get it. He's really funny.
Pelvic thrust.
I know.
It's hard not to giggle.
But beyond that, I do, and I giggle because this time they had the airline motion sticks, whatever they're called, the flashlights.
I know what you're talking about, though. Yeah.
The directional lights, whatever. And Tyler Breeze, they come out together like they usually do, but this time, what's his face was like his butt was at the back of Tyler Breeze's head, so he's got zero rhythm.
That's great. it's violent gyration is what it is, and it's fantastic.
It's hilarious, but man, after that and the match starts, it's like I got to deal with 12 minutes of a match that really doesn't matter. So I don't know. And Forgotten Sons, I mean, dude, they're just basically the Ascension for this year. That's what they are. I just don't see it, man. I don't see it. There was a brief period of time when I was like, okay, show me something that you're going to do with these guys, and they never did.
There was that brief period of time where it seems like they were going to do something maybe fun with Jackson Riker, where he was like Terminator.
Yeah. Remember that time he tried to do a finishing move and he had to
they had to retake it, yeah. But after that, they said, you're Terminator now, and then it clicked. He seemed to get it.
Yeah.
And he stopped doing that particular move.
Yeah.
Where he bounced people off the ropes and then to powerbomb.
Yeah. I don't even, that was a terrible move in the first. Even if he got it right, it was a terrible move.
He did get it right once, and I was like, that's his finisher? That seemed like the setup for something. Anyways, this was a showcase for Isaiah Scott, and he's fantastic. He won the match. He pinned Wesley Blake after that great, I don't even know what you call it. He like jumps and does like a back kick. Like a back crescent kick, and kick someone in the face. It's great.
Yeah,
like I said, I don't even know how to describe it really.
I know.
He did a moonsault off Jackson Riker's chest to Blake and Cutler.
That was awesome.
Yeah, man.
Holy crap, that was great.
Dude, super. I agree. He needs to get a bit of a repackage.
He did. I mean, he got a new theme.
Yeah,
it was a different theme. I liked his other theme, but yeah, maybe it was a little too mellow.
I like his Tron.
His Tron's really good. I just think that I don't know. I honestly don't. Maybe he just needs like a bit of an overhaul aesthetically speaking. Maybe try some trunks instead of. I'm sorry. Maybe try some tights instead of trunks, because he looks like indie wrestler. That's all I got. I don't know. Get a bunch more tattoos and grow a beard. That's all I got.
That's kind of your answer to everything.
Well, everybody that grizzles up, everybody that ends up looking cool, they have more tattoos than they have beards.
Well, the Forgotten Sons, they're covered in tattoos and facial hair. Do they look cool?
No, but they're also out of shape, and they're not good wrestlers.
Jackson Riker is not out of shape, man.
No, and he's the standout of the group. If that dude went single, oh my gosh, it'd be like Ryback. It'd be amazing.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't do that.
I know. He's got some dead weight with him, dude.
Next, Roderick Strong promo. Kind of went over that already. Next, this Killian Dane promo was great.
This I can get so much more of this.
So he's standing in front of like an oil drum that's on fire,
which is awesome.
It's awesome, and he's taping up his fingers.
And it was shot on like freaking 35
I know,
millimeter.
and he's taping up his fingers.
Yeah,
and he's talking about Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
Snapping his fingers.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, Pete Dunne, I'm going to get you.
I like the idea that Killian Dane would not go to a medical staff. He would go out to a drum on fire.
Honestly, I'm shocked he's taping his fingers together.
Right, yeah.
You just bite the broken one off.
Yeah.
Done. Bite the broken one off, stick it in the fire so it's cauterized. Done, ready to wrestle.
Yeah, you're good. You're good to go.
Next, got a match between Angel Garza and Jack Gallagher. Leo Rush was on commentary.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was fun. This bit here where
Leo Rush is a lot different when he didn't have Vince McMahon in his ear.
I know. Jack does a series of rolling crucifix pin attempts, and so they both Angel and Jack stand up. Jack grabs on, or Angel's starting to pull off his pants, tearaway pants. Jack grabs on to pull him closer, pulls off the pants entirely, and so he's kind of distracted by it. Angel hits him with a drop kick. That was great.
Yeah.
Angel Garza's fantastic.
Yeah.
The finish saw Jack hit a headbutt, goes for the corner drop kick. Angel kind of catches him and eases him to the top rope, and then kind of flips him over and throws him down the mat face first, and then hits his second rope moonsault for the win. It's good. I'm happy to see Angel Garza getting the victory.
And he was looking at Jack Gallagher afterwards like, oh, that's what a win is.
I know.
That's pretty cool.
And filled with that confidence of feeling of win, he points to Leo Rush and starts doing this.
Mm-hmm. Because he understands that all you need is one win these days. You can go away
for Leo Rush.
You can go away for months, come back, get one win, and you got a title shot. On I have not watched 205 since the Friday move. Do they refer to the championship there as the NXT Cruiserweight Championship?
I would assume so.
It feels like this title exists in two different universes.
It kind of does.
It's weird.
It spans the multiverse, man.
Yeah. Leo Rush was on commentary, and he was kind of a bit on the bland side. But
he seems sleepy.
Yeah, a little sleepy. I honestly wonder if he's just on like best behavior watch 2019. Like, don't say anything.
Hoping not to ruffle any
feathers. Out of line. Just stick to the talking points. I'm champion. I'm here to scout competition. That's it.
Angel Garza, you've won a match. What have you done to deserve this?
Yeah.
You want this title? Sure, match. Let's do it.
Yeah. Whoa, you're out of line. Whoa, careful, Leo.
Well, I want to fight.
Careful, Leo.
I'm here to wrestle. Let's wrestle. Come on.
Still on probation.
All right, fine. We'll wrestle once my probationary period is over.
Perfect. Next up, we had. So this was announced earlier on YouTube. William Regal. I am here declaring now that making a match for NXT, and it's going to be Tegan Nox and Dakota Kai versus Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir. And the winner will be the next contestants to take on Asuka and Kairi Sane for the tag team championship.
I wonder who's going to win this match then.
Yeah, right. I know. They still do. They come off like complete jobbers. I don't know what they can do. Marina Shafir perpetually looks like a celebrity playing the role of wrestler, but she's not actually a celebrity. You know what I mean? Like, she just comes off as somebody who just is trying so hard.
Wrestling's tough, man.
Wrestling is not easy. Look, I get out there and I'd be terrible. I'd be the worst, the absolute worst. But like, I think they want so bad for this to work.
Yeah.
To do the horsewoman thing. And I hope it does. Like, Jessamine Duke definitely has a unique look. Mm-hmm. She looks like somebody who could kick your ass.
Yeah.
She totally does. Marina Shafir, I've already seen documentary with her where she's like a crying mom who's got a newborn and her lovely husband, Roderick Strong. It was years ago.
You got to go watch some of her fights maybe then.
Maybe. And I don't know. I think maybe it's
It's a case where she's been too, like, they did that. It humanized her a lot. And now you can't think of her anything but other than how she was portrayed in that documentary.
And also just she doesn't come off. She just doesn't.
You can't believe her as super tough.
She just doesn't have that vibe in the first place.
Yeah.
She doesn't have that vibe in the first place. She doesn't carry herself.
She probably seems like she'd be pretty pleasant.
I know, right? She seems like a very pleasant person.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, maybe they'll get there, maybe they won't. But it doesn't help when you have literally.
Let me ask you this though: if they didn't have that documentary about Roderick Strong with her in it,
it wouldn't matter. She does. It's the vibe.
No.
Some people just
honestly, when I see her, and I agree that she's not entirely believable as a heel, and I don't even think about that documentary. So don't.
And I don't. Honestly, the only reason I'm really bringing it up is because it's out there. Like, I had seen it, but you're right. Even if I hadn't seen it, she doesn't have that. You know, we've heard that Triple H has said. This is why Adam Cole, when he had his tryout years ago, they said go away and grizzle up.
Yeah, make it look like you can actually win a fight.
Triple H wants people who look like, who just have the vibe that you can win a fight, that you could really beat somebody up.
Yeah.
She just doesn't have that. And maybe it's something that she can find. Maybe it's something that can change, maybe with enough reps, but it doesn't help when they've got. I think Jessamine Duke could absolutely have a solo run as somebody who comes off as legitimate. I don't feel that with Marina Shafir. I don't. I hope I'm wrong about that. And even in this match, I didn't see her doing anything different, Marina Shafir, from what she was doing 6 months ago when we were saying the exact same thing.
Yeah. Anyways, this wasn't much of a match. I mean, they had Dakota Kai take some offense. But in the end, once Tegan Nox gets tagged in, she just goes on a rampage, hits the top rope sun splash, gets 2. Jessamine Duke tries to roll up Tegan Nox to no avail. Tegan hits Shiniest Wizard on Jessamine for the win, and then Asuka and Kairi show up on the Titantron and talk some trash.
I was surprised the mere sight of Asuka didn't elicit a bigger pop from Full Sail. She's a legend.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe when she actually
She is the greatest
up.
champion in NXT history.
Right. Maybe when she actually shows up, people.
I would hope so.
You remember when
pay the proper respect to a legend?
When the NWO showed up in WWE, and
everybody
people
was
are
kinda
interested interested in Hogan than the NWO. They were like,
it was like,
yeah, this is cool, but it's Hogan and he's back.
I know, it was like cartoon horn. Everybody just wanted to hear real American play on the PA. I know.
Like when Asuka and Kairi Sane show up, I wonder if people are going to be like, well, yeah, that's cool. They're the bad guys, and we're supposed to be rooting for them. But it's Asuka. Give us a break. Come on. She's like the returning legend.
I know. Then we had the Keith Lee promo.
I already sort of talked about
that. And then Regal announced officially Asuka and Kairi taking on Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox next week. Also next week, Cameron Grimes versus Tyler Bate, and Io Shirai versus Candice LeRae. Already a pretty stacked card.
It is. This is one of those things, though, that so you got this one thing that happens this week with Grimes and Bate. The thing that I kind of appreciated about NXT before it moved to 2 hours was we would get another week where something small would happen between these two backstage or something.
I know.
And then in 2 more weeks, we'd get that match.
I know.
I feel like this is fast forwarding through potentially some other cool stuff that could happen.
Yeah, I know.
And on top of that, you got
because also I'm sure back when they used to film stuff, they do a whole month's worth episode in a day.
Yeah.
So Tyler Bate would have to fly out for a day, potentially get a month's worth of stuff. Well, now I'm sure he's going to fly out for like a couple weeks, and then he's probably got to go back for something else.
Yeah,
to England. So they probably don't have the time to do that stuff.
Cameron Grimes versus Tyler Bate. Who's going to win that match?
I mean, Cameron Grimes probably should.
God, I hope not. I love Tyler Bate.
I like Tyler Bate a lot, too. It's going to be a great match.
It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be really good.
But I say that because Tyler Bate's spot's kind of like a loss isn't really going to hurt him.
They might have, if they have big things in mind for him, then he'll probably win. If they don't know what they're going to do with him,
it's 50-50.
It's kind of a 50-50.
It's a 50-50.
Yeah. But either way, it's going to be a hell of a match.
Yeah,
but you're right. Cameron Grimes could probably use this more than Tyler Bate.
Yeah.
Then we had our main event.
Yeah, finally the main event for North American title, Keith Lee versus Dominik Dijakovic taking on Roderick Strong, your North American champion. Immediately, Roderick Strong tries to get the hell out of there. And then just as quickly, he's cornered by Dijakovic and Lee.
The level of arrogance just dripping off of Roderick Strong coming into this match was so great.
Yeah.
He should never go back to being a face.
No.
Ever.
No. And so the early part of this match, it was a matter of, the story for the entirety of the match, which was Lee and Dijakovic wanting to get their hands on each other. And so they tried to their fullest to get Strong out of the equation so they could fight each other.
Yeah.
And in the end, it ended up meaning neither of them was North American champion. So pretty soon, Strong gets back in the ring. Lee sends him out. And then Dijakovic takes it to Lee for a while until Keith Lee hits the huge kind of like choke pop-up slam type of thing, and he got a hell of a lot of air on there. And then just back and forth, Lee and Dijakovic would take turns keeping Strong out of the ring, all during the commercial break, almost to a comical level.
Yeah.
We're back from commercial. Strong's back in the ring until Keith Lee beals him. Back out of the ring he goes. Lee puts Dijakovic on the top rope. Strong comes in, pushes Keith Lee off the top, sending him to the floor, hits a superplex on Dijakovic. Only gets a 1 count, though. And then Strong tries to isolate Dijakovic because he just ate that superplex. Eventually, though, all three of them are in the ring. There's a bunch of back and forth, a bunch of striking, and then Dijakovic suplexes Keith Lee onto Roderick Strong.
Yeah, watching Roderick Strong, he was looking up and just he was trying to sell it, but he also understands there's a 300-plus pound guy that's about to come down on him.
He needs to be in the right position so there's contact, but not too much.
But that dude doesn't come down square on him, and
No.
he was able to do that. He sort of landed on his arm.
Yeah, well, yeah, it looks like the Keith Lee shoulders. It's for like how you do a senton.
Yeah,
you know?
right, exactly.
You
yeah.
really ideally want to get your upper back and shoulders in the person, not land your full body weight on him. It's kind of how it went. Dijakovic covers Roddy, gets a 2 count. Dijakovic goes up top. Strong rolls out. Dijak goes down the apron. Dijakovic, goes for a senton. He is caught by Keith Lee.
When is he going to learn, man?
I know.
When is he going to learn?
And so Keith Lee's holding him up like he's going to powerbomb him.
Oh, this is great.
And then Roddy drop kicks them, setting both of them crashing to the ground. Roddy's kind of celebrating a little bit. Dijakovic gets up and chokeslams him.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Back in the ring, Roderick Strong goes to the top rope. Dijakovic beats him up there, goes for a superplex. Keith Lee is back in and hits a Tower of Doom, and Dijakovic does like a stalling suplex with Roddy for a little bit.
Yeah, that looked like it could have been ugly because Lee, it was Roderick Strong had to sort of, he jumped to initiate it, and it looked like Dijakovic or Lee or somebody, stalled a bit.
I think the idea was for Dijakovic was for Lee to hold him up and Dijakovic to a stalling suplex, so they're all just standing there for a beat before falling.
Oh, I don't know. That's a bit ambitious. I don't know.
Did you watch the rest of this match? That seems entirely in line with something they might want to do.
Yeah. God.
But it's hard to keep. It's hard to keep that balance. He got 12.
Dijakovic is so tall.
12 to 15 feet of humanity there. You need to keep in balance.
Yeah.
That's tough, and that's why it almost seemed like Keith Lee was trying to keep him balanced and almost
because
fell.
Keith Lee almost ended up
bad.
he came tumbling almost out of the ring.
Yeah,
and the crowd was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. We go to commercial.
God, if they did that as a 3-person suplex, that would be freaking insane.
I know. We go to commercial. We come back. The three of them are all trading blows. Strong avoids a kick from Dijakovic, drops him with a backbreaker. That was really impressive. Falls with some elbows back and forth to Keith Lee, where he's bouncing off the ropes, just dropping elbows. Hits a running knee, and Olympic slam, gets a 2. At this point, Strong then tries to isolate Keith Lee and keep Dijakovic out of the equation. He eats a couple overhand double chops from Keith. This part was great. So they're all fighting around ringside. Keith Lee tosses Strong to Dijakovic. Dijakovic hits Feast Your Eyes, his finish on Roderick Strong. Lee and Dijakovic have a stare down. They kind of nod at each other. All right, it's you and me.
Go back in the ring, yeah.
Let's do this. Let's have our blow off right now.
Yeah.
They're back in the ring. They're throwing hands. Lee hits a headbutt on Dijakovic. He goes up top, pulls Dijakovic up with them. Dijakovic does a backflip off the second rope, hits a super kick, a discus kick, puts Keith on the second rope, choke slams him, gets a 2. Dijakovic aims to hit Lee with a corkscrew tope. Lee gets out of the way, and so Dijakovic lays out Roderick Strong instead. Then Lee does a tope on Dijakovic, puts Dijakovic back in the ring.
Had Keith Lee done a tope in any of their matches?
Don't think so.
Because this was insane.
Yeah.
And I don't remember seen.
They've done the Super Spanish Fly. I think Keith Lee's done a moonsault, but I don't think he's done.
I'm pretty
the
sure
tope.
they did this in PWG or something. It seems like every match they wheel out some more stuff that they had done before.
Yeah, exactly.
But to see it on TV, oh my god! And the crowd went nuts for it.
Yeah. So Lee puts Dijakovic back to the ring. Lee goes to the top rope, brings Dijakovic up. So he's looking for an avalanche, super power bomb, hits it. As moment of impact from that power bomb, Roddy comes in, hits a running knee on Keith Lee, pins him for the win.
Yeah. Oh, just terrific.
Too focused on each other, not keeping their eyes on Roderick Strong.
Just terrific storytelling.
Really good
hard-hitting
storytelling
match. Oh, God.
So, Undisputed Era, they come down the ring to celebrate. Then they all start beating down Keith Lee. Redragon hits total elimination on him. They're posing in the ring with their belts, holding them up. No one will survive. Tommaso Ciampa, his new Tron is great because he puts his breaking glass.
Well,
now his face is in the glass.
It's cheesy.
It's cheesy, but it's cool.
I don't like it.
It's very dramatic. He comes down the ring with his crutch. So they're having like a stare down face off. Gargano, he comes down too. He and Ciampa have like a little thing like, so hey, how's it going?
You know what's hilarious?
All right, we'll fight these
that?
guys.
You know what's hilarious about that? They're sitting there talking to each other. We all know what's going to happen, but still, it's a very dramatic moment when they decide, okay, DIY, let's do this. They do this. The crowd just doesn't give a reaction to that. They're already chanting DIY when they're talking to each other. When they make the big turn, you expect, yay! But nobody said anything.
I know, there wasn't that.
Yeah.
I know. Maybe if Ciampa hadn't hugged Gargano after he won the belt, they would have got their response. Anyways, so they're there facing off against Undisputed Era. They're still
there's the math.
Short on the number
There's
advantage.
the math.
Da-dun. Finn comes down the ring, and so he's doing this face stuff.
And
he nods his head a lot.
They cut to the Undisputed Era, and they look like they've just seen like a goat. Like this guy is, oh my god!
It's like the Hulk's coming down the ring.
It's like 5 in 1. It's like five people.
Yeah,
You know,
a superpowered Finn.
yeah.
And so they're standing there. They're ready to throw. Finn starts taking off his jacket, and he's like this. His jacket's in his hands.
Yeah.
And he just hits the Pele kick on Johnny Gargano.
Man.
Square in the
Just
face.
square, boom.
Right in the face.
So he rolls out. Finn looks over. He rolls out.
No, Finn goes to the corner.
Yeah.
As Undisputed Era start beating
Yeah,
down
that's right. Yeah,
Ciampa.
and he just sort of starts staring. He's not paying attention to the Ciampa beatdown. He just looks at Gargano and just staring at him like, I'm about to eat this dude alive.
Yeah. So Finn's watching this. Cole hits the last shot on Gargano. And then Finn finally rolls out of the ring. Well, there's that little moment between Cole and
Yeah,
Finn.
yeah.
Where Cole's like, essentially, all right, you're not going to mess with me. I'm not going to mess with you right now.
We're good, yeah.
So Finn gets out of the ring, basically puts Gargano through the barricade with a shotgun drop
That
kick.
was beautiful.
And then takes him up to the ramp. Hits the 1916, what used to be called
my God.
Bloody Sunday.
Dude, that looked nasty. That was like... That looked like he actually did it.
He
didn't pull in the head at the last minute. That was rough.
And then Johnny's down the floor selling. Finn gives him gun fingers.
But it was a very... It was like...
It was...
Very mellow gun fingers.
And then Undisputed Era, they're in the ring. They're all doing their pose. Finn's at the top of the ramp. Just kind of soaking it all in.
Yeah.
It's great.
No Finn freeze, no smile.
Nope, no smiling whatsoever. NXT UK. Not much has changed in the 3 or 4 weeks since we last tuned in.
There are new tag champions now. Gallus.
Yeah, that's cool. I like Gallus.
That was probably a good match. I think it was last week.
Yeah, I like Gallus. They're fun. They seem like they're having a good time tonight.
This was it started off with I mean, it's just NXT UK.
It's like all the other episodes. You wait 40 minutes and you get a really good main event. There could be some good action in between.
And there's some silly character stuff.
But
there's
it's like
good character
the
stuff.
character stuff is fun. But like just typically, it's not every episode, but typically the only match of any real consequence main event.
And there's no real drive towards anything. It's like
why should I care about grizzled young veterans taking on Oliver Carter and Ashton Smith? I know who's going to win that match.
That was like a way more of a competitive match.
I
than
know
it should have been.
it was a good
well.
match. It was a fun match.
Yeah.
I just know who's going to win. There's not a whole lot of drama.
Yeah, Ligero got destroyed though. That was hilarious.
Ligero did all those chops. You mean that match that was all roll ups and
that was a mess. It
was like all roll ups.
Yeah, not a lot going on in this episode, but that's like usual for NXT.
Yeah, exactly. Imperium opened the show, dropping a promo. They want to be top faction because Walter's got top belt. They don't have the tag titles, however.
Yeah.
They want to be top faction. Walter says this is his kingdom. Au contraire, says
Whoa,
Gallus.
hold on, that's
They
our
come
phrase.
down.
Gimmick infringement.
Joe Coffey's wearing some awesome looking jacket.
Dude, they all look amazing.
They all look fantastic. Wolfgang's belly laughing.
So Joe started off on the mic like usual. And he says, "You think this is your kingdom?" Ha ha! They start laughing, and then Wolfgang does these weird. Ha 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 ha!
That was pretty great.
And the crowd loved that.
Gallus looks like they're having a lot of fun.
It does, and that always helps.
Yeah.
So they kind of do this thing. They sort of surround them a little bit, but they're just talking a lot of trash. Mark gets on the mic.
What do you call Walter?
Big Wally.
Something like that.
Wally, Big Bally, Wally. I don't know. There is a lot of very thick Scottish brogue references being dropped there. You and your bucks. You don't have this to say.
Yeah.
Big Wally.
Gallus is super charming. So even if I don't get
it's amazing. It's
get all the
great
references
stuff.
and stuff,
They're
it's
great.
fun.
I love them.
After that, Xia Brookside promo where she's at the Performance Center over in London.
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm not even sure what like the resolution.
There wasn't. He called Walter a name. That was it.
And the crowd started getting it.
And chanting that, and that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. He called Walter a name.
Big Wally boy.
Xia Brookside promo. She's at the Performance Center. There's like some sort of magical little reveal for her name in the lower third.
Yeah.
And she's upset about Kaylee Ray costing her a shot at the women's title.
Oh, is that what it
at
was?
the Battle Royal?
Oh yeah.
She can't wait to get her hands
That was ages
on
ago.
Kaylee Ray for a match, a proper match.
She's gonna lose.
Oh yeah. Next, Oliver Carter and Ashton Smith taking on Grizzled Young Veterans. This is a fun match. A lot of back and forth.
Ashton Smith is really fun because
He
he's
is.
like very frenetic.
He is.
He's
Yet
like-
to win a match though.
He's like a tall dude who's like, I know it's a good thing they don't show their win-loss records. Him and Ashton Smith, Oliver Carter and Ashton Smith, between the two of them, they've got.
Has Oliver Carter won anything?
No, remember they keep on giving these video promos.
And he keeps losing.
And he keeps losing. It's
true.
I mean, as far as I know, there's been 2 matches he's 0-2.
Yeah, yeah. Grizzled Young Veterans pick up the win with Ticket to Mayhem, and afterwards they start beating down Carter and Smith until Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster, South Wales Subculture, that's what their team name is, come out to make the save.
I like Mark Andrews better when he's helping Eddie Dennis win the Progress title because I think he's like a bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also feel like I'm curious as to why they're going after the Grizzled Young Veterans when it was Gallus who took their tag
Maybe
titles.
the Grizzled Young Veterans cost them the belts in some capacity, but that wouldn't make any sense. I'd figure the Grizzled Young Veterans would think they have a better chance against Andrews and Webster than all that beef and Gallus.
Could be.
I don't know. So you think
didn't
they'd want
watch,
it?
so
No,
we
you
don't
think they'd
know.
want to keep the belts on Andrews and Webster. Grizzled Young Veterans would. Anyways, after that, Tyler Bate had a bit of a press conference, asked about what his future holds in NXT UK and in NXT Prime.
He's very non-committal.
He's like, yeah, I'm just kind of floating around in NXT, see what happens. NXT UK, there's one person I want to face. That's A-Kid, the newest signee.
He wants to beat up on a little kid.
No, that's his name is A-Kid.
A kid.
Not a kid, A-Kid.
He's the A kid.
Guess so, yeah. He said we had a match in Spain. It was really good. I want to wrestle him again.
Okay, cool. Sure enough, he's going to be debuting next week, I think.
Yeah.
According to
So maybe Tyler Bates' last match in NXT UK will be a loss to A-Kid.
to a kid.
After that, Grizzled Young Veterans backstage.
I've heard good things about A kid.
He apparently had a really, really, really good match against Zack Sabre Jr. not too long ago.
Yeah.
Grizzled Young Veterans are backstage. They're kind of like arguing, kind of.
Yeah, I didn't say. I guess they were like mad because they didn't
win like immediately.
Yeah, which is true, but were they also upset that they didn't really take care of Andrews and
Maybe
Webster?
that could be it too.
Okay.
So then Gallus is there. They're kind of laughing at him, and Grizzly Young Veteran is saying, "Hey, you don't have just Imperium to worry about.
Go take your pictures. It's only going to be a matter of time before those are back on the Grizzled Young
I'm
Veterans."
surprised you didn't say soon. That would be the perfect time to do it. And then Gallus inferred they have a mole. They said, all right, well, we got either eyes or ears everywhere.
Yeah.
And even like Wolfgang was like, what?
Yeah. and then as they were leaving, in front of them still, Zach Gibson was talking to James Drake.
What did he mean by that?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
And James Drake just kind of goes,
I don't know. You know, I was there too. I know as much as you do.
I don't know. I heard the same thing you did.
Apparently
I
there's a
don't know
mole
anything.
between the two of us. One of us is a mole.
One of us is a mole.
Well, that's not me.
Next, Ligero versus Travis Banks. This match was like 95% backslide, roll-ups, pinning combinations.
Back 20 years ago when me and Jeff.
This is some real world of sport type stuff here, I think.
Not even. When Jeff and I used to go to those like grindhouse movies at the Colonial.
Yeah, I remember those.
At intermission, they used to have like pudding wrestling with like girls.
Yeah.
And this match reminded me of that because it was sloppy.
It was a little
It was so sloppy.
They were trying to do a lot.
And they didn't know how to do any of it.
They were trying to do a lot and do it fast.
Yeah. Let's just roll around a lot and maybe people think we're like expert mat technicians. They're both really good.
Yeah, they
It's
are
just
really
this
good.
match was messy as crap.
It was a little messy.
And it ended in a double pin. They both went for a backslide.
And they both rolled over at the same time, double pin.
Mm-hmm. Ref called it a draw. They shake hands. That was a waste of time.
A whole lot for nothing.
Then your main event. I'm kind of sad over the past couple of weeks. I'm not sure what vignettes, what skits have been transpiring between Noam Dar and Trent Seven.
Yeah.
This is a really terrific main event. And yeah, but I'm sad that I've missed any comedic bits between them.
Yeah, I know.
So take us through this match. I want to see what you're looking at.
Fair enough. Oh, something Nate Diaz put.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't care then.
Anyways, so Noam Dar comes out first, and then Trent Seven comes down to the ring, starts to do a slow roll in. Noam Dar just drop kicks him as he's trying to roll in the ring, and then tosses him the ring steps, and then beats him up a little bit. Drop kicks Seven's arm into the ring post. The ref goes and checks on Trent. He's like, yeah, I'll wrestle. Bell rings. Dar goes for another drop kick instead, or at least charges towards Trent Seven. Instead, he eats a massive lariat. Trent Seven gets a 2. Trent goes for the burning hammer. Noam Dar sticks some fingers in his eyes. Trent has to put him down. Later on, Trent Seven hits like a Samoa Joe style Uranagi.
Mm-hmm.
What did Nate Diaz have to say there?
He's saying he's not going to fight until he's cleared of allegations that he was on enhancers.
Oh, wow.
He says he's not on steroids. He literally, the title of the post is, "You're all on steroids, not me."
So he's got that fight in a couple weeks against the dude that knocked out Ben Askren immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen commercials. There's commercials running last night for it. So Trent Seven drops Noam Dar with the Samoa Joe style Uranagi. Goes to the top rope. Noam Dar kicks him off, and Trent starts selling a knee. And then Dar follows with the fisherman suplex, gets a 2 count. Dar, he's like making fun of Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. Tries to go for a Tyler Driver. Trent escapes, starts to make a comeback, goes for a DDT, but Noam Dar escapes. Tries to put Trent in an ankle lock. Trent gets out of that. Trent hits the Snapdragon. Dar rolls out of the ring, though, and then Trent goes after him with a suicide dive. Back in the ring, Trent goes up the top rope, but he sells leg. Goes for the corkscrew splash anyway. But that pause up there gives Noam opportunity to come to. He moves. Dar tries to go for the North Sea driver. That's what Nigel was calling it. Instead, Trent reverses. I think it's into an Emerald Fusion. And then later on, Trent hits 7-star lariat. Noam kicks out. Later on, Dar puts 7 in the ankle lock. 7 tries to reverse it. Tries to put on a heel hook. He can't sink it in. Back into the ankle lock. Eventually, though, Trent 7 gets to the ropes. And then Noam Dar has to go and get the Mustache Mountain towel that he's been carrying around that he wants to put in his front area after a match. 7 rolls him up. Dar kicks out. Dar kicks Trent 7 right in the head. Covers him, gets a 2. But to win the match, Trent channels the powers of all 3 members of British Strong Style. Mm-hmm. He hits Bop and Bang, Tyler Bate move. Snaps Noam's fingers, Pete Dunne move. Yep. Drops him with a burning hammer. Trent 7 move.
He is the British Strong
Style
now, mutant.
He is now a British Strong Style mutant, yes.
Mutant boy.
Yeah. Big strong mutant.
Big strong mutant. There you go. Anyways, we got some questions here on the Patreon thread. We don't have any from Discord because Discord is not working because we don't have internet.
Nor do we have any super chats.
yeah, we're going live. Let's see here. Posts. Where are the posts? Oh, here we go. Published. NXT QA thread. All right, here we go. All right. Let's see here. Rich the Smash Bro, how long will Finn's run in NXT be now that he's real?
Hopefully they'll give him a decent run. All of his friendos in the OC were pretty happy about his turn.
Oh, I didn't. So I heard that. I didn't see what they actually said.
It was more like, oh, well. That's pretty much it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Man, Undisputed Era versus Finn and AJ in the club.
I know, it'd be cool. Jay Sean Lawrence asked, if Finn is going to create Bullet Club in NXT, who do you want in it? Let's take the OC out of the equation. They're on main roster.
All right.
So it's only members. You can't do anything on that.
Can't do anything.
So only members of the NXT roster.
All right, let's see here. Cameron Grimes would be there. Kenny the Cleaner.
All right. He's kind of a wild card.
Yeah. NXT roster.
Is there anybody that Finn has any history with?
Uh,
Jordan Devlin.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good. Let's see here. Keith Lee should be his valet.
That'd be
Comes
cool.
in on his shoulders.
That'd be good.
That's good.
That'd be good.
You know what would actually be cool? I've been saying this for ages. Keith Lee and Dominik Dijakovic form a tag team. Their new whatever. What is it going to be called? Is it Balor Club?
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Kushida.
Yeah,
Give him
good.
something to do.
He's out for a while. He's got a broken wrist, man.
How long is he out for? He's not out that long.
Like a month or two. He's got a hairline fracture. I
Well,
think
yeah,
it was.
it would be a while before. What about Matt Riddle? He's too big a name.
Yeah, I don't think he'd have to do something really dastardly.
So Kushida, Keith Lee, Dominik Dijakovic,
Jordan Devlin.
Jordan Devlin. Yeah,
That's good stuff.
that's good stuff.
The 30-time European champion Dwayne Nix. Now that we have heel Balor, will we get a heel Balor club, or do you see Finn joining Undisputed Era? He's not. I don't think he's going to join Undisputed Era.
I don't think he's going to join Undisputed Era. I just think he's going to be a bad dude running around.
He's going to be creating his own bit of mischief.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'd probably be surprised if they gave him a faction because Undisputed Era is already heel faction.
Yeah,
so.
I know. 4-inch Fox. Hey guys, do you think WB sent Finn back to NXT to not only help boost ratings in the Wednesday Night Wars, but because they thought Finn turning heel on the main roster wouldn't have worked because he is so loved by the fans?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think
probably.
that's absolutely correct.
It's a situation where I thought of this last night, where they send a superstar back to NXT not to kind of rehabilitate his career. But yeah, because if Finn had turned heel on main, I don't know what the reception would have been.
It would have been the thing where people are. Here's the thing. It would have been like a straight up heel turn, which I mean is what we saw last night. But it's like they wouldn't have done it in a cool way.
And he would come on the next night and say, "This is all because of you, the fan, for turning your back on me," and it would have been interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Have him go back to NXT, have a good heel run there, and then if they want to bring him back up, then they have him come back up and join the OC or something.
Mm-hmm.
Greg Morris, since War Games is a month away, what do you think will be the War Games match? How cool would it be if they had Bianca, Rhea, Shayna, Io, Candice? Who else? Just like a
Is it 4-on-4 or you can do 3-on-3?
Either way.
Okay.
No, but I'm saying just have it be like a 6-pack challenge.
Oh, wow.
But in a
okay.
War Game structure in the 2 rings for the title.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Would pods open?
No, that's Elimination Chamber.
No, not pods. Well, the shark cages.
Yeah, no, yeah, this will be part of it.
Yeah.
Where it's timed, yeah.
Would there be 6 different shark cages?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Or 4, anyways.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah. That'd be cool. A women's war game match I think would be great. I mean, you could do, what could you do? You could do Shayna. You could do Shayna, Jessamine Marina, and Io Shirai all in one team. If you wanted to do teams. If you wanted to do 4-on-4.
Yeah, versus Rhea, Candice,
Bianca,
and Tegan Knox or something.
Yeah,
something
right.
Like that.
Yeah.
They seem really high on her. She's good.
Mm-hmm.
Perry Swift, how long can Matt Riddle not have a title for? He's simply too good. But he is that good. People love him.
Doesn't need one.
Doesn't need one right now.
And I think he can, like, as long as they have him in decent stories. Like, he does need to get into a story with somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. Rick O'Shea, with Finn going heel and now being on NXT, how much more latitude does that give him to push the bounds of family-friendly WWE programming? The Fiend is snapping necks, so certainly Finn can do some mock executions. How real would he be? They're not going to have him doing gun fingers to anybody's head.
Mm-mm.
They're not going to do that. No.
It'll be interesting to see if he does get the otherwise Devitt levels of frantic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his promos back then were so electric. They were
Mm-hmm.
so good. He just came off as this complete lunatic.
Yeah.
And I would love to see that again. I'm not sure if we're going to see it.
Yeah. One and only Nuggets. If Finn's first feud is with Gargano, does that split the audience, or is everyone so hyped for the Finn heel turn that it won't matter?
So it's kind of an interesting thing. I kind of feel like if they went on the road, the crowd would be so behind Finn, his heel turn, it'd be maybe even like a Becky Lynch situation. It's like, man, he'd be like the Naito basically, you know, or like the Devitt from before. In Full Sail, they're a sentimental group.
Yes.
They're like, hey, we liked you the way you were. We don't want you to be a cool heel. So they'll probably just boo him.
Yeah. Especially if he does something really dastardly.
Yeah.
Thomas Dunnigan, can you guys see Finn joining Undisputed Era and then kicking Adam Cole out?
That'd be interesting for
It would
sure.
certainly add to Undisputed Era becoming more of a legacy stable that changes leaders time to time. But here's the thing about Undisputed Era, and they're very vocal about this, members of it. They've known each other for a long time. It's a very exclusive club because they're legit, genuine friends, all of them. And so the only time, Finn never wrestled for Ring of Honor. Granted, I don't know if Roderick Strong really wrestled for New Japan at all, but everybody else in Undisputed Era at least had some matches in New Japan.
I wonder if New Japan and Ring of Honor had their working relationship while Roderick Strong was champion. If so, they would have had some
probably.
shows.
I don't know.
But I don't know.
I don't know if while Finn was ever in a tag team, if he ever had a match against Redragon.
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, there's only one person that could join. Well, there's 3 other people that could probably conceivably join Undisputed Era. Kevin Owens, Nick, and Matt Jackson.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Those are the only other guys that make sense
In
in all of wrestling.
That being said, the most interesting story to tell would involve Finn and the Undisputed Era in some way.
Definitely.
And it wouldn't surprise me if they went that route at some point, maybe sooner than later. I don't know. It seems like obviously they're going to go with Finn and Gargano at this point, but I don't know. I'm really looking forward to next week to see what they do with it because it was really awesome to see that. Really awesome. So, yeah, cool stuff. Anyways, I think that's it for the show today. For people tuning in, I got the notification that we're going live.
Cool.
So that's a great waste of a notification right
I know.
there. They're precious, man. They're precious. You can't be wasting those notifications.
Nope.
Anyways, that's it for the show. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye. Real. Oh, I got to run this thing.
You got to run the thing.